It's just coming up to 24 hours since UFC 320 was on, and these are some of the fights that I would make next, starting with Alex Pereira, and I would make Alex Pereira versus Carlos Ulberg. Carlos Ulberg riding a 9-fight win streak at the minute, I believe, coming off a really good knockout over Dominic Reyes last weekend. I thought he could have lost against Yan, to be honest, but it wasn't a complete robbery. I don't think it was too bad. Good win over Volkan Ozdemir, good win over Alonso Menefield. The win streak that he's on is pretty undeniable to not give him the title shot next, but give him the title shot next, and if Pereira manages to beat him, which I can definitely see happening if he turns up like he did last night, then make Pereira versus Aspinall at the White House after Aspinall smoke's gone. Next up, I think it's a bit of a no-brainer. They've just fought on the same card, so they're going to have the same schedule, and that's Magomed Ankalaev versus Yuri Prochazka. Prochazka coming off a good win over Roundtree. Ankalaev obviously not looking very good at all tonight, but it makes sense to put them up against each other. Like I say, same schedule. They're not fought each other before. Pretty sure Yuri and Ankalaev have fought most of the people in the top 5 and top 10 off the top of my head. So I think it would be good for Yuri to get in, maybe get himself back in a title shot. And same with Ankalaev. I think it'd be a good scrap. I think Yuri might just win that though. But yeah, wait and see. Now, this is the whole reason why I gave this thumbnail a bit of a Christmas star to it, because Merab, after getting that dominant win over Sandhagen, calls out Yan. December times, only in a couple months, but fucking hell, if Merab can make it in a couple months, I don't see why any of these fighters can't fight in December if they really want it that bad. But yeah, the Yan rematch, Yan's definitely earned the rematch, I think. He's worked his way back up with a few good wins. He looked really good against Guy. Can't even remember who he's fought before off the top of my head, but I know he's had a few good wins since he had that loss to Merab, and he's looking a lot better than how he was when he lost that fight to Merab as well. So hopefully it should be a bit more of an entertaining fight this time, and probably leaning more towards wanting Merab to win now, which seems crazy to say, but yeah. Now I've got another rematch next. I've got Song Yadong to face Corey Sandhagen. Sandhagen dominated Yadong in the first fight, but I was looking at the rankings, to be honest, and I couldn't really see what other matchup made sense. Like, they were the closest together on the rankings. I think Song's coming off a win as well, but yeah, it'd be. I think Song's coming off a couple wins actually, and I reckon he could do Corey in this time. But that would be another good one to see again. I wouldn't mind seeing that one again. So yeah, give Yadong Corey in the rematch. This one I thought makes a lot of sense. We've got Khalil Roundtree, obviously just coming off a vicious knockout loss. We've got Dominic Reyes just coming off a vicious knockout loss as well. They're both on a pretty decent streak before this. Obviously, Khalil only beat Jamal, lost to Pereira, but he was on a decent streak before that. But I like Reyes and I like Khalil, and I want to see one of them get back up there. And if they fight each other, and whoever wins will be straight up in the title picture, I think. Straight back up there. But obviously same thing again with Ulberg and Pereira. It's going to be similar schedule because, you know what I mean, only a week or two apart. Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense to book that, and I think that would be I think it'd be a really entertaining fight as well. This one I don't know if it will end up working out because of the schedules and stuff, but Yusuf Salal versus Arnold Allen, I think would be a really good fun fight. I think the styles match up really well. I think it'd be really entertaining. I think it'd be a bit of a barn burner. I love Arnold Allen. He always comes for a scrap. I thought Zalal just had an amazing performance last night. I think it's been a while since Allen's fought. Since he's fight, I think it's been a while since Allen's fought. So he might be a little bit off of Zalal's schedule, but if somehow they can end up making that one work, I think that would be a really, really good fight. And finally, the last fight that I would make is for Josh Emmett, and I would have Josh Emmett fight. Give Josh Emmett Gene Silver. Similar thought process to Khalil Roundtree and Reyes, both coming off knockout losses. Obviously, Gene Silver coming off that nasty elbow to Diego Lopez. Yeah, Josh Emmett. I don't see him doing very well against Gene Silver. I think Gene Silver will absolutely smoke him, but it'll put Gene Silver back in the right direction towards getting towards the title. Like watching Gene fight, he always comes for a scrap. He's looking really good up until that Diego Lopez fight, and he still looked pretty good in the Diego Lopez fight as well. Just got too aggressive and way too cocky going in for that. But I think Josh Emmett, Gene Silver, that would be similar thing again on the same works out with the schedule, stuff like that. I think similar. I think that's quite close to each other in the rankings. I think that would be quite a good fight to make. But that brings me to the end of what fights I would make for most of the main fighters on the UFC 320 main card. Literally was about dead on 24 hours ago. I was filming my UFC 320 prediction video, and I've not had any sleep since then. And this is the 5th YouTube video I filmed this weekend. After just creating the channel this weekend, after stewing on creating one for absolute donkeys. But I hope you think these are some good fights to make next. Let me know if you'd make the same fights or what fights you would make. And have a good one. Have a good week. Peace and love.